All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until probably about 5 o'clock. I'm considering going over to the Woodlawn, to the thing. I don't have no tickets to get in and see the thing. But I think I might just go over there to check it out, you know. I might spend a couple dollars and, you know, support some vendors or something like that. But I'm not 100% sure I'm going, so I'm not making a commitment. But I'm really seriously considering it. So I'm not 100% sure what time I'll be out of here. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, however much time that is. I got to vent for a second. I just got a ticket. I haven't had a ticket, and y'all know I said this last time. I haven't had a ticket in about, it feel like 20 years. Feel like 20 years. But I got a ticket today. I'll tell y'all about it. I'm not mad about it, but I'm not happy about it. I'm not mad about it, but I'm not happy about it. Let me say hello to the people. You know I love the people. Emmanuel love the people. If you don't know nothing else, know that Emmanuel love the people. Robert Willis, good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Anthony Prosser in the house. He just puts up the number 1. He's a wrestling fan. He say put your ones up. He says he's first on Facebook, and he is. Good afternoon. Erica Hummins representing Reading. Good afternoon, Erica Hummins. Up there where I like to see you. You and Robert Willis, always up there in the top 5. When y'all not, something bad happens in the show. So I'm glad that y'all both up there. Lewis Talbert in the house, representing Sharonville. Good afternoon, Lewis Talbert. Lewis Talbert, have you ever called in? I would love it if some of y'all would just call in, you know, every once in a while. Just call in and say hi. You don't have to just type it. You can call in and just say hi. I just wanted to say hi to you. That's cool too. But I would just love to hear more y'all voices, hear more y'all opinions. Calls don't have to last 30 minutes. They don't. You get in, say what you want to say, get out. There's nothing wrong with that. And then we have your opinion. Well, it's hard to do that with me because I'm going to ask you a question or two. Emmanuel, I don't think so and so and so. I don't know why you talk like that. You shouldn't. Sounds weird. But Emmanuel, I don't think so. And then I say, well, why do you feel that way? Well, I think so. And I'm like, okay, all right. I just wanted to check it out. You got to go. I appreciate you. So I'm going to ask why you feel the way that you feel and maybe question a few things here and there. But yeah, you can still call in and we can keep the call relatively quick. So I would love for more people to call in. I would love that, just to hear more thoughts and opinions. But if you don't want to, that's cool too. I understand. Especially if you're at work. Some people are at work and you can't call in. I get that too. Because, you know, when I'm at work, I can't call in. I can't. Well, every once in a blue moon, like if I'm in the studio all by myself and he's completely left the studio and he like, I won't be back. So, you know, make sure you shut everything down. Or I don't technically shut everything down. Because, you know, you don't shut certain stuff down. But make sure, you know, he just let me know. I won't be in. You got to lock up. So on and so forth. I could make a call, you know. I could call Wyatt. Or I could call Lincoln. I don't think I'm banned from calling the Lincoln Ware Show. I know I'm banned on Facebook. But I don't think I'm banned from calling. But I banned myself from calling so that Black Lion could call. So I wouldn't call. But I'm saying I could. That was when I would call. So I get it if you can't call. I get it. But I would love to hear more opinions. David in the house. Good afternoon, David. Representing Butler County. All right. Y'all know I used to live in Butler County for a minute. DeAndre Crosby, he says first. DeAndre Crosby, thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Anthony Prosser already put up his ones. Kush in the house. He's repping Evanston. Good afternoon. David Herring, he says 6:30. I'm not 100% sure what he means by that, but all right. 6:30. All right. Thanks for checking out the show. Drea out there in Sycamore Township, good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Tanika says first. Everybody's first. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. My top 5 was Robert, Anthony, Erica, Lewis, and David. That was the top 5. Thank you guys for getting in there quick. I appreciate it. That allows me to just, once I get about 10 people on, boom, I can jump in and start going. Because if I just come on and then just come on, I missed the first part of the show. What did you say? So I try to wait. And I don't know why y'all sound like that either when y'all say that. So Tanika, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. It is not 70 degrees here, so you know what's up. C. Salter. Canal. I can't tell if that's an E. If that's a C-E. Hold on. I'm old. Sanel Williams. Thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Hope everything's going good with you. LaDonna Howard, representing Walnut Hills. Good afternoon. Seabreeze in the house. She's representing the subway. All right, can't beat that. Got to get that foot long. Dina Johnson, an angel from Walnut Hills. Good afternoon. Seabreeze says, how's your alcoholism and smoking going? I'm not alcoholic. I'm just going to drink a lot of alcohol and do a lot of smoking. And it starts later on tonight. I have to mentally prepare for it. I never was one of them dudes that wanted to be cool before, but now I want to be cool. And what do cool people do? They drink alcohol and they smoke weed. I want to be cool. So this is going to automatically make me cool. And not no wine. I don't want to drink no wine. No, I want to drink alcohol. Yes, that's right. Take that first L completely out. Alcohol. Yeah. So I'll let you know later on. I'm going to be toe up. Andrea representing Gulf Manor. Good afternoon. Kush says speeding. No, I wasn't speeding. I drive the speed limit. I mean, unless I'm not. But typically I drive the speed limit. I doubt that I'll get pulled over for speeding. Daryl says, come on, Emanuel Livingston, give those short, chubby palms a rest. Then you can get here on time like the rest of us. I don't know what that means. Anyways, good afternoon to you and the chat representing the park. I don't know what that means. David says, you look mad. I'm mad. I got a ticket. Broke my 20-year record. Regina Denson Griffin representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. Daryl says, quit speeding on the sidewalks on your big wheel. I'm not gonna get a speeding ticket. Well, I better not say that. I just said I haven't had a ticket in 20 years, and then I turn around and get a ticket. Was that Wednesday that I said that? And then, Tuesday that I said that? And then on Thursday I get the ticket? So I'm not going to say that I'm not going to get a speeding ticket. Brent says I'm 5'11". Checking in from 30-degree Dallas, Texas. See, that's a working relationship. That's a relationship you can work with. Somewhere where it's 30 degrees. When you cold, they cold. That's love. Terry Coleman representing E-Town. Good afternoon. Stephanie Hyde says, hi, good people. Those tickets can just ruin your whole day. And she's representing Roseline. It didn't. I'm a little bothered by it, but it didn't ruin my day. I'll tell y'all about it in a second. It's not a long story. So, Steban Speed representing Westwood. Good afternoon. Lewis says, no, I have not called yet. Okay. You should call. Jerica in the house says, hola, me familiar. Hola to you too. Terry Coleman. Terry says, I'll call next week. my sick voice today. Okay. Am I going to be hustling afternoon experiment merch at the Frederick Douglass Foundation event tonight? Absolutely not. I think I'm wearing this shirt just because I already have it on. And that's that. And I'm not taking no merch out there. I really just kind of want to go and lightweight support Raven because she's going to be there on the panel, even though I won't be there for the panel. Let's see. Did I say Terry Anderson representing downtown? Good afternoon, Terry Anderson. Good afternoon. Thanks for checking out the show. Carolyn Smith in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Diane Huddleston Angel representing Gulf Manor on this cold Thursday, and it is cold. Y'all know I don't like cold. I don't mind snow. I don't like cold, which I know is weird. But if it could snow and be like 65, which 65 is still cold, but I mean, it will be snow, so you kind of got to expect that it's going to be kind of cold. If it could snow and be 65, perfect. Perfect. Brenda Early representing Fairfield. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Pamela Kinney representing North Avondale. Good afternoon to you. Tanika says you could have added me to your top 5. I think even if you were in the top 5, I would have bumped you down till it gets 70 degrees. Until the end, you know what's up. Stop. What you trying to provoke me? Why is everybody trying to provoke me to cuss them out today? Y'all know I don't cuss. Stop trying to provoke me. Hank. I see you, Hank, in the house. Hank just says Jim. He's trying to provoke me too. But Hank, thank you for checking out the show for a few minutes. And believe it or not, I'm closer to getting there than you think, but I don't want to make another commitment that I don't keep. So I'm not going to tell you a date yet until I know with 100% certainty, but I'm closer than you think. Sean D. Nutter, representing ATL. Good afternoon. Got Miss Pittsburgh in the house. Good afternoon, Miss Pittsburgh. I appreciate you checking out the show. Veronica Burdine, representing College Hill. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Lonzo Clark at work getting this overtime in. All right, we're going to try to make it go pretty good for you. C. Salter says, smoke weed. Oh, believe me, I am. I'm going to smoke some weed. That makes you cool. Pamela says, that won't make you cool. Yes, it will. You don't know nothing. Stop. You don't know nothing. You probably ain't cool. But if you was cool, you would know. Cool people smoke weed and drink alcohol. Let's see. Jericho says, I missed you. Why'd you get pulled over? I haven't said it yet. I think that's everybody. Yo Underwood, good afternoon. He's representing the workhouse. All right. Good afternoon. Janice, my favorite, says she almost forgot I was on. She's my favorite. I'm not her favorite, but that's okay. That's okay. Good afternoon. Nat Turner. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You have to say it that way with the emphasis in your body. Nat Turner. Good afternoon. Appreciate you checking out the show. LaTanya Chichester. Chichester? It says Chai, so okay. Chichester. Good afternoon. Let's see. Shahara says, I'll be there. All right. Maybe I'll see you. Meet you face to face finally. And then talk some sense into you. Well, I'll be looking forward to it if I meet you. I like meeting the people. Just so y'all know, I like meeting y'all. I've not had a bad interaction with it. Even Ross Freeman. When I met Ross Freeman, it was not a bad interaction. There was no friction, no nothing. Nothing. So, yeah, I like meeting y'all. I've not had a bad interaction yet. So, Shahara, don't be the first. Don Wagner. Y'all, I don't know why I pic with Shahara? I have no idea. I have no idea. I can guarantee you she did and or said something one day that set up the whole dynamic of this relationship. And one of these days I'll remember what it is and I'll let y'all know. Don Wagner, good afternoon. I appreciate you checking out the show. Yes, Janice, I like the hat. I like the Janice hat. Let me see. Jerica says she was going to come down. She don't feel like it anymore. Maybe that'll change. And again, I'm not saying with 100% certainty I'll be there. You never know what happens when I shut this thing off. If something pop up over here, that takes precedence. Let me see. I think that's it. I think Vincent Jones, Blue Ash, checking in. Blue Ash checking in. Good afternoon. Stephanie Hines says, yes, you do cuss sometimes. Come on. See, I keep saying I shouldn't have to say. This part should go without saying. Let me say that. I don't kill people. But guess what? If somebody broke in my house and it was necessary, I would kill them. Wouldn't even think about it. I wouldn't feel bad about it or nothing. So I don't kill people. But you killed that one dude that broke into your house. But that was out of necessity. Everybody understands the exception of, except for out of necessity. So when you might hear a profane word or two come out of my mouth, it was 100% out of necessity. Now, don't fall into the trick of trying to figure out if it was actually necessary. You're not qualified to make that call. As the king of talk, I am 100% qualified to make the determination of when profanity is absolutely necessary. So don't even question it. Just trust, if I said it, that was really the only way to say it because it was necessary. Okay? So I shouldn't have to clear that up every time. I don't cuss. Crystal Hoskins, representing the Christ Hospital. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Don Wagner says he's at work near 71 North. All right. Ibadathia, representing Lincoln Heights. All right. Good afternoon. Jerica says you wouldn't know where to buy weed. You can grow weed nowadays. So don't worry about where I'm getting my weed. You all up in my lungs. You know what I'm saying? Twin, aka Eugene, in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me see. I think that's it. Is that it? Is that it? Brenda Burt, representing the West Side. Good afternoon. When are you go meet up with Lincoln Ware again? Probably never. I mean, we might run into each other at some point, but it'll pretty much be silence and dirty looks. He'll be the one doing the dirty looks. I'll be the one laughing at his dirty looks. But other than that, it'll be silence. More than likely. Let me see. Alonzo says, what about when you met Lindsay? Oh, but he's not a regular listener to this show. And even then, there was no violence or anything. I mean, it was relatively pleasant. It was funny to me that he thought he saw me before I saw him. But I saw him when I first pulled up. You know, well, I guess I parked. And then when I first walked over, I saw him. Like, okay, there he is. And then I saw him out the corner of my eyes trying to sneak up on me. But I saw him like he thought, and then I think he even said something to the effect of, see, if I wanted to do something to you, I could have did something to you, you wouldn't have knew. Bro, I saw you. Just because I didn't say, hey, Lindsay, don't mean I didn't see him. But I had no beef with Lindsay. So, yeah. He tried to be a little aggressive, but yeah, it was all good. Let's see. Shara says, I have no idea why he's this way. I've done nothing to this man. You did. I just don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was, but when I remember, I'm gonna let everybody know. Karen Dye Williams, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ronald Dixon says, I'm curling Herb. What it do, y'all? All right, well, what it do, Ronald? And I hope you and Herb have a good time together. I don't judge, bro. You do whatever, you and Herb, and just as long as y'all ain't bothering nobody else, man, live your life. Be happy. Let's see. I think that's it. I got Ronald, I got Stephanie. Timothy Allen says, y'all used to be brothers. Who used to be brothers? I'm not sure who you're talking about. Sunchild 7 say, what's going on, E-Man, fellow wrestling fan here. All right. See, that's a cool person. I bet he drink and smoke weed. Pat Rogers representing East Westwood. Dante Hickson says, where's Nate? Probably at home. If I had to guess, my guess would be he's at home. He don't live here. We don't live together. He got his own a whole house. Excuse me. Up in Toledo. Scott representing West Walnut Hills. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me see. Is that it? Rick Saunders. Good afternoon, Rick. Dwayne Larkin representing Mount Airy. Good afternoon. Did you ever watch the videos I sent you? No, I haven't gotten to them yet. Please forgive me. That it didn't sound sincere, but that's sincere. All right, that's it. That's everybody. What happened to the dude that used to threaten you all the time when you worked at the Buzz? You're talking about Lindsay. That's who I was talking about. I met Lindsay, and you know, he didn't murder me. You can't beat that. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? All right. Ticket. I got a ticket today. I was on my way here. I had to stop at the bank, driving Reading Road, and I saw at least, sorry, I didn't mean to put the thumbs up. Just the way I hold my hands, sometimes my thumbs will go up. And I had to stop at the bank, and on my way headed up or down Reading Road, whichever way you want to call it, I saw about 10 Cincinnati police cars headed into Roselawn. Now, I know they were headed into Roselawn because I saw them coming from both ways. Up and around Galbraith, they were headed south on Reading. And then when I got up around Seymour, they were headed north on Reading. All cherries and berries. Somebody asked me, what does that mean? That just means their lights was on. They had a red and the blue. It's something I heard in the audit community. Cherries and berries, like they come in cherries and berries. That just mean they're coming lights and sirens. So they were headed up into Roselawn hot. And like I said, it was about 10 cars at least. I counted 10. I'm sure I probably didn't see all the cars that were coming. So I don't know what happened up in Roselawn, but the police they were headed up there in a hurry. So I'm driving, and I think I'm literally typing into Wyatt's show that I see the police headed up Roselawn, around Roselawn, cherries and berries. And then Ross Freeman, asks something about the whole cherries and berries. And as I go to try to type in an explanation of what that means, which is why I'm blaming Ross Freeman for this, I see two police in the church parking lot. They were, I think, a sheriff and a state trooper. And I glanced over, and I see that, and I go to type that in, and then Lights come on behind me. They pull me over. You were driving distracted. And y'all know, I told them I'm not distracted, bro. Just because I'm typing something don't mean I'm distracted. I saw you. I'm nowhere near hitting a car. Well, you know, you're not allowed to be looking at your device. I said, what if I was looking at Waze? What's that? You know what Waze is. It's an app. It's the GPS app. Well, you're not allowed to, you know, be holding your device and looking at it while you're driving. Well, all right. I ain't even gonna argue with you. Then he asked me for my driver's license. I give him my driver's license. He asked me what year my car is. I hesitated because I wasn't sure I wanted to share that information with him. But I said, it ain't gonna hurt nobody. So I give him information. Then he's like, well, what's your phone number? So I'm not giving you my phone number. I'm not comfortable giving you my phone number at all. Okay, well, you don't have to give it. Why did you ask? We just asked. Okay, well, no, I'm not giving you that information. I think he asked me for my social security number. So if I'm not giving you my phone number, I'm definitely not giving you my social security number. Plus, I'm sure you can get all of that stuff when you run the tag. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to give you a citation. I'll be right back. All right. So he gave me a citation. So, you know, if you go to this site and you watch this video, it'll cut down part of your fine or whatever terminology he used. I'm like, okay. I'll probably go watch the video, you know. I couldn't argue with him because I did have the phone in my hand and I was typing and, you know, driving very, very carefully. So I wasn't technically distracted, but I understand what the law is. And they got to do what they got to do. I ain't mad at him. He wasn't super rude or nothing like that. You know, he came up and he gave me a ticket. So I blame Freeman. I blame Freeman for that. But, you know, that don't mean I'm going to stop doing it because I'm, like, super skilled at it. I just had to make sure that, you know, moving forward, I just hold the phone down a little more so they can't see it. Because I did have it up. Because, you know, you're driving. You got to, you know, still have your field of vision. So, you know, he clearly seen me. And I think I was doing it with two hands while I was driving. So he did. He clearly saw me. You know, hey, I'm one of those guys who, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You catch me, you caught me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a liar, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Now I didn't admit to nothing, but I didn't deny it either. I kind of asked him the question. Like, how you know I wasn't on Waze? Nobody's on Waze like this, you know. Yeah, with two hands, Regina, because I was trying to get the message. I wanted to explain what cherries and berries meant, because I couldn't believe that a person didn't know what that meant. If it wasn't for that question and the frustration that question caused me, I wouldn't have got caught. But it's all good. It's all good. I paid the little punk ticket. I don't like that law. Those of us who have skills far above and beyond those of average mortal men should be able to use our skills and not be punished for it. But it is what it is. So you didn't have your hands on the wheel at all. I didn't need my hands on the wheel. I know my car. I had my thigh on the wheel. I was good. I got skills. I know what I'm doing. I'm on a straightaway. I got my thigh on the wheel. If I need to, you know, veer just a little bit, y'all can't see it, but I'm moving my leg. I know what I'm doing. But I mean, the law is the law. It is what it is. Like I said, I didn't argue. I didn't try to raise no issues and you pulled me over because I'm black. You know, I didn't do none of that kind of stuff. He pulled me over because he saw me doing something that was against the law. Gave me a ticket. I paid a ticket. It is what it is. See, when I complain about something being racial or unfair or, I wasn't doing nothing wrong or something like that, it's because I wasn't doing nothing wrong. So I get it. I get it. Rick says your knee or your thigh, because if it was your thigh, you was up under it steering wheel. It was my thigh, and I'm not comfortable with you thinking about my thighs. So let's not have any further conversation about my thighs, okay? Let's see. Stephanie says, that's dangerous. You've been blessed that nothing has happened. Be careful. It's dangerous maybe for your skill level. For my skill level, it is perfectly safe. But I get it. They have to tailor the laws for the people, the lower skilled people. That's how they have to do. That's how they have to do. I get it. I get it. And again, I'm not complaining about it. I'm not happy about it. A part of me think they really just pulled me over because I saw them sitting over there in that church parking lot talking. And I looked at them. You know what I'm saying? I looked at them. Then next thing I know, he pulls out behind me. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, I paid a ticket, and that'll be that. T. Mikey G say, you paid a ticket? I didn't pay it yet. I just got it. And you didn't think your way out of it? No, I didn't think my way out of it. Bro, again, when you're wrong, you're wrong. Sometimes it's okay to say, yeah, I was wrong. My bad. And deal with whatever those consequences are. I don't know that enough of that stuff happens. Not enough people really genuinely look at a situation, whatever the situation is, be it getting a ticket, being wrong in a relationship, being wrong in an argument / debate, or, whatever. Not enough people are willing to look at a situation and say, you know what? I'm wrong. And whatever the consequences are, I'll deal with them. I think it's mature to say, my bad, I was wrong. Hear that, Eugene? It's mature to say, my bad, I was wrong. I know it's against the law to be sending messages on your phone with both hands while you're driving. I was wrong. If you give me a ticket, I have to pay the ticket. I was wrong. I shouldn't have been, on the girls' trip with those particular girls, because just like I know how they are, you know how they are. There's a good chance that if I'm running with that type of girl, I'm acting like that type of girl. So you had a right to be upset about it. I was wrong. My bad. Won't do it again. Or I'll deal with whatever those consequences are. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with saying I'm wrong. You were supposed to do this at work and you didn't do it and blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, because he didn't send me the memo in time to do, you know what? I knew I was supposed to do it. I didn't do it. I'm wrong. Whatever happens, whatever the consequences are, I accept them because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. When I worked at the radio station and it became my job to, schedule music overnight, every once in a blue moon, I would forget. And I would get that call at 2:00 in the morning or whatever it is. And they would be like, it's silence on the air. And oh my goodness, I forgot to schedule the music. And I would run down there and do it. And I would come in the next morning and they would say, what happened? And I would say, I forgot to schedule the music. The program was with, you didn't schedule it and then send it and then the program didn't do it. No. I forgot to schedule it. It's my fault. No reason to lie about it. Just own what you did wrong, deal with the consequences, and you move on. And I think that's a part of, I think people respect that. I respect it. So that's why I do it. Where was I when I got the ticket? I was in Bond Hill, I guess, technically. I was in Bond Hill. And no, they were not at your church, Regina. They were at, what's that, Tridestone? They were sitting in Tridestone's driveway. And that's where I got the ticket. So that just is what it is. Got a ticket, not happy about it. Yes, he could have given me a warning. If I was a neo-Nazi, I'd have probably got a warning. I don't even need to see your ID. I see that swastika. I'm going to give you a warning. You know what I'm saying? Neo-Nazis get warnings. Black people get identified and tickets if necessary. So, but hey. But who am I to complain? Who am I to complain? I heard parts of Lincoln Ware show today. And I heard Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm going to talk about that just a little bit. But I heard the sheriff. And can I say that they're not, the sheriff, McGuffey, I won't say she's lying, but she's definitely misleading and being disingenuous. Definitely 100%. Look, we all know you can't be riding around in the back of a U-Haul. It's against the rules. It's against the law. You can't do it. And she says, well, we weren't, I heard this on the press conference that she did the other day. Well, we weren't at the final destination of where that U-Haul took them, so we weren't there to get their ID. But as soon as they hopped in that that U-Haul and drove off, y'all was there. Y'all were on the spot. Boom, cherries and berries. Oh, no, y'all can't leave. Everybody in here, IDs. Why? What do we do? It's a violation to ride in the back of a U-Haul truck. It's a violation. You violated the law. IDs from everybody. We got to run y'all for warrants and, give y'all some tickets. Come on, they would do it if they really wanted to do it. If they really wanted to do it, they gave you an opportunity right there on the spot to get everybody's ID and to issue citations to every single one of them. They gave you an opportunity. You just chose not to do it. But don't tell us, well, we weren't there when the U-Haul, y'all watched the violation occur. Well, we just want to get them out and not have any issues like this. Police, and look, police are police. Be they sheriffs or troopers or police officers from a city or whatever. They know how to manipulate the law to get what they want to get. If you give them an opportunity, they can manipulate the law to get what they want. So to say, well, we just wanted them to leave. Okay. All it took was one sheriff, follow them wherever they go, get them away from the crowd, since you were so concerned about the crowd. Get them away from the crowd, light them up, and say, hey, what y'all doing is illegal. Now, pull over. And I need ID from everybody in here. Then there wouldn't have been well, we didn't ID them. We don't know exactly who they are. So there's nothing. Well, I'm mad because the people at the state won't do anything about it. The people at the state has given police officers plenty of opportunity and plenty of latitude. For the most part, if you violate a ordinance, a law, whatever, they can ID you. Everybody knows that. All they need is probable cause, reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime is being committed. You saw the crime. You saw it. So just say, I would feel more comfortable. I wouldn't be happy with it, but I would feel more comfortable if Sheriff McGuffey just said, look, we didn't want to get him tickets. We wanted to get them away from the crowd. And then we just wanted them to be, we didn't want to ID them. We didn't want to give them tickets. We didn't want to cause any trouble. We wanted them to do what they wanted to do safely, get them away safely, and get them out of our area safely. Their safety was our primary concern and their comfort. Just say that. I'm really mad at the law. You got laws that you can use. They don't need to give you no more. And I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Believe me when I tell you, they are not taking these laws, these rules, whatever. They don't want more laws and more rules to stop neo-Nazis. That's not why they want more rules and more laws. They want more rules and more laws so they have more reason to get your black ass. That's why they want more laws and more rules. Because they had them to get the neo-Nazis and they didn't use them. They want more of them so that they can get you. You ain't got to believe me if you don't want to. But I'm telling you, I know what I know. Let me go to the phone. Go to the phone real quick. Twin!
What's up, man?
How you doing, sir?
I'm all right so far.
What?
I'm all right so far.
Oh, you all right so far. Okay. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I think it's just a puppy show.
Huh?
Anything, man. I think it's just a puppy show, man.
What's a puppet show?
What they doing, playing games with people. I think McDuffie, though, man, especially them even deal, they're accessory to the crime, too, man. I think they should be charged with something, man. Because like you said, it's against a lot of, put people in a U-Haul, drive around in a U-Haul. Especially remember back in the day that them immigrants was doing to get across the border and everything else, driving illegal immigrants in U-Hauls and whatever else, stacking each other 15 deep in a small car. So they just go let it die down, Emanuel. They ain't gonna do nothing about it. I don't think they gonna do anything. Ain't nobody gonna be charged or none of that. But only thing go focus on, them guys go out there with them guns and everything. That's what they go focus on. Go out there with them guns again. If y'all want to point them at each other, point it at people. Which one probably wasn't true. It might be true, it might not be true. Who knows? But I don't think they gonna do nothing, man. They gonna let it die down like all the time. Now we go killing each other, something like that, then they'll jump in. Other than that, they ain't gonna do nothing, man.
I don't think they're gonna do anything either. I mean, they pretty much said as much. Like, basically what they're saying is, we didn't do anything. There's nothing that could have possibly been done. Police are great. Police don't make mistakes. There are no neo-Nazis or anything in the police department. I'm not gonna look at the evidence that might show to the contrary. And even if I did look at it, I would still say that it was misunderstood and those officers have a tough job. It's clear they're not going to do anything, but I just don't like just letting it. I don't want to allow the sheriff to believe that she tricking me. You know what I'm saying? We're not that stupid.
You go believe it anyway, because they just playing. They just playing mind game. They ain't gonna do nothing. They worry about that money, 1.6 billion coming up. What else deal they can make out of the West End? That's what they worry. They ain't worry about no Lincoln Heights, because GE been trying to battle up Lincoln Heights for so long. They been trying to get them. They supposed to cut a deal, I heard, and stuff back a long time ago. That GE supposed to, took care of Lincoln Heights, but they did. So they want Lincoln. They been trying to get Lincoln Heights. So they ain't gonna do nothing, man. They ain't gonna do a damn thing. But just stop your black ass coming through there whenever they feel like. That's all they go do. And call for backup in case y'all act a donkey. So that's all they go do, man. It's just hyping. So they gonna let it die down, and that's the end of it. We ain't gonna hear no more of Lincoln Heights. that somebody got shot or something like that.
All right.
Other than that, them Nazis went back out west somewhere.
But what else is on your mind?
Sorry, man. What else you talking about, man? You got a ticket. What is it, 150 probably?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look it up yet. Probably about 150.
It probably went up now. Them prices on went. Depends on, I don't know. They done went up. Why ain't tell me you know Lincoln?
Huh?
Why ain't tell me you know Lincoln?
Oh. Well, you know, he's upset with me. I might have got pulled out the car and they might have beat the mess out of me if I'd have said that. Hold on, let me ask you this about the...
You the king of talk, though. You could talk your way out of a ticket, but let your name stand on it.
I wasn't trying to talk my way out of the
No,
ticket.
you the king of talk, man. That's what you said. Ain't you say you the king? The shirt you got on? You stunned.
I wasn't trying to talk my way out of the ticket.
Hey, always you talk your way out, man. You ain't put on your white boy talk or your proper talk, anything?
No, I didn't. I wasn't trying to talk my way out of the ticket.
You stunning on that name, man. Just your name, Emanuel. You ain't even the king of talk.
Okay.
I'm calling you just Emanuel, like I've been. I was gonna say I ain't never called you king of talk, but don't ever say that no more, man. You could even talk your way out of the ticket.
I didn't try to.
You supposed to, man.
Says
There's
who?
money coming in.
No, you're not necessarily supposed to. When you wrong, you wrong. Just take accountability for being wrong.
Man,
say,
you dropped
twin.
Twin. Hey, look,
there is
look,
nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I was wrong, and I will deal with the consequences of being wrong. Man, you should have told me to drop a pack of cookies under your center, your brakes or something, man. Why would I lie? Why lie?
You lie all the time. So what's when you stop lying?
I don't. And that's it. The same with you. You can at any time you can say, you know what, I was wrong for voting for that guy. Just period.
Just what is that? There we go, man. You
responsibility.
So
you can say,
look,
him being in there is my fault. I take responsibility for everything that he's doing, and I'll try to do better next time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You get mad respect.
Man, I'm not. Man, we talking about the ticket. You talking about politician and everything.
I'm talking about taking responsibility and accountability for your actions.
What? I ain't did nothing. Twin ain't getting no ticket.
You voted for Trump. We ain't
even. We talking about a ticket. I ain't saying nothing about Trump, nigga.
You're just talking about a ticket. I'm talking about being accountable for your actions.
I'm accountable for my actions, but I ain't talking about no damn action on Trump.
That is a part of your actions.
Man, man, why you do that, man?
Do
Just
what?
Tell me, why you
do what?
We talking about
you
a
wanted
ticket.
to, you wanted to try to convince me to lie to get out of a ticket. I'm trying to convince you to be honest and take accountability for your actions.
You know what I did? Hey, look, you know what I did last year? It's right here in Finneytown, that little school. When you go past the liquor store and Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. You know what I did, man?
I don't.
I really was going to the meeting, the union meeting. And it was, it's a 20 mile zone right there. So I told dude, I said, hey, man, he stopped me. And I put on my proper talk, yes, sir, master, the voice and everything. Hey, man, sir, I'm rushing, man. I'm late. And I was supposed to, go to his union meeting, and I was talking. He say, "Where you working?" I said, "I work right there." What union is it? I said, "Local Union 75." He say, "How did I know?" I say, "Man, here go the paperwork right here. Look back. Look." So I'm talking on property. He gave me one. He said, "You know this." I say, "Man, I understand." I thought it was after a certain time though. That zoning thing, but no, the kids still, getting released, going into school. I said, "Oh, okay." He gave me a warning, man. See, he could have gave me that 150, 180, whatever. See, that's how you talk your way out of it. It's ways of doing things.
I didn't want to talk my way out of it.
Well, get your rich ass on then. Pay the 150.
I did what the man said that I did, and I'll deal with the consequences of that. Now let's talk about you dealing with the consequences of what you did.
I ain't do nothing. I ain't getting no ticket.
No, you voted for that.
But what was the question? Man, go on with that, man. Go on with that. Hey, what would you go ask me, man?
I'm not 100% sure.
You said you go say, let me ask you this before you start hollering at Trump
But
stuff.
I don't know. You start rambling and it slipped my mind.
No, because you got me, because you told me you the king of talking. Couldn't talk your way out of a ticket.
I didn't try to talk my way out of a ticket.
I got my understanding, you know what I mean, right now. I got my understanding.
Oh, no.
What
This is what I was going to ask you.
What's up,
And
man?
I'll go back to that other piece in a second. But what I was going to ask you is, with regard to the neo-Nazis,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like it's anything that should be done? Or are you like, hey, it's over, just forget it and act like it don't exist?
Hell no, because...
So
No,
then,
no.
wait. So then, if you think that there's something that should be done, what should be done?
Man, it should be, somebody should be held accountable for this.
Who?
This should not be, who? Start with Evendale first.
All right. And so my question becomes, if you believe somebody should be held accountable, are you doing anything to kind of help make that happen?
Why'd you ask me that dumb question, man?
That's not a dumb question.
No, I'm not getting involved into that mess. They know what's going on.
So then you don't care. So then you don't really care if anything happens.
They not gonna do nothing. That's the whole point. I know they not gonna do nothing.
Right, so you don't care.
Listen here, man. This ain't nothing new. You act like something new.
I just asked
To
you.
this.
Look, I
understand you asking, player.
Hold on, no. Hold on.
Don't ask me what twin ain't gonna do.
No, the question that I asked you
But
was...
a nigga run up on me, I'll show you what I'm gonna do.
Twin, hold
That's
on.
the point.
Twin, hold on.
What?
Remember the question that I asked you? Do you believe this is something that's going to be swept under the rug so I just forget it? Or do you believe something should happen? And you said you believe something should happen. And so I said, and what are you doing? And then you switched to, well, we know ain't nothing going to happen, so just forget it. So
What I'm gonna do?
what's the actual answer?
They see what... Hey, look, listen here, player. Listen here. You remember what George Floyd?
Do I remember George Floyd?
Remember the killing, right?
I do.
They killed. Remember Trayvon Martin?
Yes.
And the rest of them that got a police brutality. Listen here. What did they do about that?
That's not the question. The question
Now,
ain't what did they do
about that? Y'all said about this crime bill and all that.
The question ain't
George
what did they
Floyd
do.
bill.
The question ain't what did they do. The question is, or at least my question was, would you like to see something done? And basically what you're saying is no.
Man. I just answered that.
All right, so if you'd like to see something done, all I'm asking is, what are you doing to facilitate that, to try to make that happen?
Not a damn thing.
So
Not
then
a damn thing.
So you don't really care.
I do care, but I'm not. No, let them focus on that.
Who is them?
If it's a real, look, the people, man.
You are the people.
I'm talking about the sheriffs and all them Evendale.
But you just said you know that they're not going to do anything, and you know that it takes pressure from the people to make those people do anything.
Did you vote for McDuffie and all them local politicians, local leaders in Cincinnati?
I don't remember if I voted for sheriff.
Did you vote for them local leaders and all that?
Yes, I did vote for some of them.
Okay, then what they saying about it?
They're saying things. They're calling for answers.
Only one person spoke out. Really, was what's her name? Commissioner.
That's not true.
Lisa Reese.
What you're saying is not true.
She's the only one I saw out there.
Well, she wasn't the only one that was out there.
That day when it happened, she was there.
She was not the only one that was there.
I was there when she was there, man. So you can't tell me.
You wasn't there. You said you was at work. So stop.
Didn't I say I stopped and I seen her before I went to work?
No, you didn't. No.
Oh, my God. When I got out, she was there
Stop
before
it.
I
You
went to work.
said you wasn't there.
You
said you wasn't there. You can't change your story now. She was not the only one that was there. I applaud her for being there, but she was not the only one that was there, and you were not there. I'm taking you at your word. You said you wasn't there, so you wasn't there.
Why do you do that, man? Why do you do that?
Why do I hold you to your word?
Why do you do that, man?
Why do I hold you to your word?
Just because that's the only one I saw that be on TV in local politics.
She was not the only one there that would be on TV even.
I'm saying a local politician that
She
everybody
is not
knows.
the local politician that was. Now you narrowing it down. Well, she was the only local politician that was there that everybody know, who name is Alicia and last name is Reese, and used to go to Withrow and play point guard. Like, come on, bro. She wasn't the only one there.
Why
Just
do you
say
do that,
I don't
man?
know
What?
who else was there, and let that be
Hey.
that.
I'm saying the people, you know how, like, say Cecil Thomas. I didn't see him. Like, what's the other? Walsh, that other dude.
Did you see Durance Daniels?
Yeah, I saw him.
But I thought you said Alicia was the only one who was there.
I'm saying the people I really know. I know he was there.
But so you know him. So she
talking
wasn't the
about- no,
only one that you know, because you know one of the other ones who was there.
You be on some gay shit for real. You really do, bum.
All right. I didn't know nobody else there. What about Durance Daniels? Well, yeah, I know he was there, but you said well, I know him, but you said that she wasn't. But she the only one that I know, so you don't know Durance. Well, yeah, I know him. Then stop. Now, 1 minute you wasn't there, but now you can name everybody in the crowd. Stop it. Just roll with the first story. I was on my way to work. I didn't have time to stop and be getting involved in no protest. And everybody can respect that. You was on your way to work. But now you was there, taking roll of all the politicians who would stop. And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, look, I think that they should be held accountable. I'm not willing to do anything to see that happen. I don't care enough. I don't care enough to speak out about it or to do anything to see that change. All right. I'm on my way to work. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Eugene says, hold on, let me take this off the screen because he's not on the line anymore. Eugene says, getting off the highway, I saw her and that Durance guy. But you said she was the only one there. You can't have it both ways. I know Durance, and I saw him there, but she was the only one there. I'm sorry. You just can't have it both ways. What was I talking about? I was talking about the sheriff. I think I had pretty much said everything. Just know, if by some chance anybody, Sheriff McGuffey or any of her people, happens to see this, just know that I know, that we know. You just covering for other police. You're not just covering for your agency, you're covering for all of policedom. We all know. See, this is the kind of stuff we're not supposed to say out loud. But we all know that if you want to arrest me or ID me and you see me violate a law and or rule, like, think about it. Let's say I go to Indian Hill and I'm standing on the corner in Indian Hill in front of somebody's house and they don't want me there. And they call the police. The sheriff pull up. And the sheriff asked me for my ID. And I'm like, I ain't broke no law. But then I go cross against the light. Oh, that's such a minor thing. You could best believe they're going to be like, okay, no, now come here. Come here now. You are detained because you crossed against, you violated that traffic control signal. I need to see some ID. It's a traffic control signal. Come on, ain't no big deal. ID. Either ID or you going to jail. Which is it? They're not going to be like, oh, we just wanted to control the situation. And we really need the state to come up with some rules so that we can handle this better. That's not what they going to do. Whatever minor thing they can find. You got one sock pulled up and one sock pulled down, and there's a law in Ohio to say you have to have both socks relatively close to the same, and so I need some ID. You know what I'm saying? They gonna find something. They gonna find something. Well, it's getting close to dusk and you don't have on a reflective vest and you're walking up the street. I need to see some ID. They gonna find something. And they gonna ID me. Them people up in Indian Hill, they not gonna be like, who was that guy in our neighborhood? And they're going to be like, well, we don't know. He was following all the laws. And he only broke a couple of minor ones, so we couldn't ID him. They're going to be like, that nigga named Emanuel Livingston. He used to be on the buzz. That Lincoln don't like his ass either. So, you know what I'm saying? We got him. He in the back of the car right now. What'd you get him on? He didn't have on a reflective vest. Thank you, officer. You're out here doing a hard job. They gonna find a reason to get that ID. The only way that I can avoid it is if I do not break any laws or ordinances. It was a officer who got in trouble. I don't remember where this was, but she was in her car and she was fussing. And she say, she was really trying to pass people because she was just in her police car. She wasn't on no emergency, but she was in her police car and she wanted to blow past everybody. And somebody didn't get out of the passing lane. And she was fussing in the car. But she had her, I think either she either recorded herself or the camera in the car was on. And she said, she was cussing. And she said, basically, MFs, when you see a police behind you, move. If police come up behind you, you get out the way and you let them pass you. Because what? If I get behind you, all I got to do is stay behind you for 5 minutes and I can find something wrong to pull you over for. She was really upset. Like, how dare somebody not let me pass them? Again, she didn't have the lights on or nothing, but she was really mad that they didn't let her pass. I think she got fired. It wasn't a Cincinnati police woman, I don't think, Robert. I don't think it was a Cincinnati police officer. And either she got fired or she got written up or something. She faced some sort of punishment for it. Of course, the point of me bringing that up is they know that all they got to do was, you gonna violate. There are so many laws on the books. If they just let you mind your own business, eventually you're going to violate some ordinance. Oh, you spit on the ground. You know, that ordinance 132.57. No spitting on the ground. I need to see some ID. I'm sorry. This is ID. ID. But a whole group of Nazis can jump in the back of a U-Haul, violate the law, and nobody like ID. ID. Now, y'all thinking about the woman that was in the school zone who said she tired of these ends and all of that kind of stuff. That's not the lady that I'm talking about. That's the Cincinnati lady. I think she was over on the west side in a school zone, and she said that stuff, and she got in trouble. This is a whole different incident. She was just complaining because she's driving a police car on the highway, and she gets into the passing lane, and there's a car in the passing lane that doesn't get over so that she can pass them. And again, she wasn't on no emergency call. She just feel like, I'm the police, And if I get behind you, you should pull over so that I can pass you. So yeah, it's different than the lady in Cincinnati. Jason says, what law did they break? It's against the law to be riding in the back of a U-Haul. Jason, if you go pick up a U-Haul and I jump in the back, it's empty, and I jump in the back and you drive up the street and the police see us, you can get a ticket and I can get a ticket. We all watched the video of them all jumping in the back of that U-Haul. Oh, but Emanuel, that's petty. Well, it don't matter. Again, it just goes to show they didn't want to get those guys' ID. They didn't want to. Nat Turner, he says, and they were on school property. Now, I don't know about them being on school property or not. I saw them on the bridge, but I've heard a lot of people say that they were on school property or close enough to a school, because there's a certain amount of distance from a school that you're allowed to, open carry and all of that kind of stuff. So that might be another one that they broke. I just don't want Sheriff to believe that we believe that bullcrap that she was trying to shove down our throats. You were protecting police. Probably because you know that some of them dudes was working with some officers. But I can't say that with 100% certainty. I can't say that with 100% certainty. And when she was asked about, did you see that video where it seemed to look like they were assisting the neo-Nazis? Well, I saw some video, but I didn't see that video. Like, I haven't gone through all of the video, so I haven't seen that video. You done seen that video. If we saw the video, you saw the video. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. You telling me I saw video that the Hamilton County Sheriff hasn't seen? I saw it on the news. But the sheriff haven't seen it? Come on. What do you think we are? What do you think we are? We not as stupid as some of us look or sound. I'm looking at you, Eugene. I'm only calling you out, Eugene, because you accused me of being gay. I don't like that. So I'm picking on you now. But we know what we saw, and we know you saw it too. CK?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
CK, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. That was a great show, man. I seen you had the Scully on.
Sure. I've heard some people refer to it as that.
Scully, yeah. I like that, man. Yeah, I got a haircut, man, yesterday, and man, my head got traumatized.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man. So when you go to the barbershop, they put the dye in my hair. I'm cutting. I'm a couple years behind you, but sure I got the gray. So he non-consensually put the dye in my head, having me looking crazy. You hear me?
That wasn't no non-consensually. He said, "Do you want it? Do you want?"
you.
He said, "Do
No.
you want enhancements?" And you was like, "Yeah."
No, I was never asked a question, Livingston. I couldn't wait to talk to you. I couldn't wait to talk to you. I say, damn, what would Livingston do? The king of talk.
I can't lie, CK. I don't believe you. You might be telling the truth, but I don't believe you. They always ask me, do you want enhancements? I'll be like, no. And they'd be like, all right, you sure? I'm sure. So they asked you, did you want enhancements? And you start thinking about young girls, and you was like, yeah. And then, what, did they jack it up so you look like, what was the dude name that looked like they painted his head with shoe polish? No.
Yeah.
He played for Chicago at the time. I can't think of his name.
Played for Chicago.
Yeah.
Athlete?
Yeah. He played for the Bulls. And he showed up, and it looked like they painted his head black with shoe polish.
Yeah.
Carlos Boozer, thank you, DeAndre. So you walking around here looking like Carlos Boozer, and now you're trying to come up with an excuse why you look like Carlos Boozer. They did it without my permission. Like, no.
Hey man, it was man, it was so funny, man. It was so funny. My girl at work, man, she just looked me dead in my eyes. She said, man, why you let them put that shit in your head? I told her the same thing I told you. Same shit you said, man. I don't believe you. You need more people.
Yeah, no, don't.
Man, I did not. Why y'all don't believe that shit?
Because you know when they putting it in your head, it's not like they can secretly do it so that you don't know that it's happening. How did they sneak dye in your head?
Man, I was sneak dyeing, man. I knew. Okay. I knew it felt a little funny. The scene looked strange, and it felt like a setup. But not be because in my head it's getting wet up. You hear me? It's getting wet up there. You hear me? And oh man, I did look like Carlos Boozer, man. I can't lie, man. Cause we got the same. Me and you, I ain't gonna lie, I got the same little upside down face as a hairline. But I had it all. But I still got my hair. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's looking a little better now with the dye fading away. But man, the original Carlos Boozer look, that ain't for me, man. I did not ask for that, Livingston.
You didn't ask for it. They be I hate when I don't remember stuff. What's the little gun that they, when I remember back when I was in college, everybody was getting their clothes sprayed. What is the little
air spray. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, air whatever. But yeah, that's a distinctive sound, bro. That's a distinctive sound. So you 100% knew that they were airbrushing your head. You 100% knew that they were airbrushing your head.
Listen, sir, I went to a barber college, man.
Even the barber college dudes, that airbrush sound a certain way. You knew they was airbrushing your head. Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. If that's how you rock, that's how you rock. I'm a natural guy.
Listen, sir, I'm natural, man. This was not my idea, man. I think he did it to embarrass me. He was 1977. He came out in 77. So he knew what he had. He had a head full of dreads, man. They wasn't that damn dark. But he ain't had no grades, but he's 77, so it was a little suspicious.
He used shoe polish on your head. You remember that little quick? The quick thing, it's got the little rubber and foam thing on the end, and he used the quick on your head, and you thought it was the clippers. So you thought.
But right at the top, right? At the top. Okay, I don't know, like when you get your haircut, right? But right at the top, at the very top.
At the very top.
I don't want them to really hit that part. I'll be like, let that breathe. You hear me? He already, he already limited right there. He hit it with the razor, the color purple knife.
Okay.
Yes. On top of the Carlos Boozer, man. You can't hide it, man. You can see it. Like you said, you can see. That's why, man, I'm more into the natural, man. I don't like that Carlos Boozer sound. I mean, that's a perfect analogy, man.
Stop it. You told them, they said you want enhancements, and you said, yeah, hook me up. And that's what happened.
I'm a no enhancements guy, man. Listen, sir. I complain about the eyelashes. I complain about the weaves. It don't feel comfortable on my skin. If she got a weave, I prefer a bonnet. Put a bonnet on top of that weave. I don't like how I feel on my skin.
All right.
What's your thoughts?
I don't really have any, Boozer. Hey, it is what it is. It's going to grow out eventually.
Oh, no, it's looking good. No, it ain't no... So the shoe polish game, that's like a little quick thing, right? That ain't the real deal.
Bro,
the real deal different.
Your head is painted. It's gonna take a while for your skin on your head to not be black anymore.
But cause just like Carlos Bryant, you could see the polish on the skin. That's where it mess you up, ain't it? The reflection from the light.
Hey, you got what else? What else you got? What else is on your mind?
Man, I just had to holler at you about that, man. See how your enhancement game work, man.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you.
So what you do? You the same barber type of guy? You just stick with the
you know
same
what?
dude?
For real, I typically just cut my own hair, even Steven. Every once in a while, I'll go to a barber and let them try. Cause again, my head is difficult, so I let them try. They don't always do great, but it only takes a couple weeks to grow out. And they always ask me if I want enhancements, and I always say no.
So when you say you do it, so what you get, maybe 3 haircuts a year?
If that, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, very limited, very limited.
Yeah.
I got you. But yeah, once again, I just had to tell you a story that everybody think I'm lying on. It's like, damn. It's like the boy that cried wolf, but the opposite. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he be telling the truth, but don't nobody never believe him.
All right. Hey, Boozer, thanks for the call.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
That's funny. That's funny. So, all right, that was that. That was the ticket. That was that. I don't know why these people truly believe that they about to get another stimulus check. I want to say this, and it may happen. It may happen. When you're dealing with a liar, you never know if the liar is lying or if the liar is telling the truth. Because every once in a while, even a liar will tell the truth, right? So I hear them, the Republicans, the Trumpites, all of those people. I hear them talking about, oh, we're going to save so much money, we're going to give some of it back to the people. And that feel like damage control to me, because finally some of the people are beginning to see, some of the Trumpites are beginning to see, like, this dude used us. Now, I don't really buy the whole he used us argument, just to be clear. I don't buy the he used us argument. He basically told y'all what he was going to do. And he's doing it. And y'all voted for him anyway. But I saw one thing that said, hey, we bonded over bigotry. But now, you know what I'm saying, these policies are affecting me. So y'all voted for him because he was a bigot, just like you. And so you voted for him, and now they about to take your farm. Now they about to deport your wife. Now they about to deport your husband. Now you about to, maybe lose some benefits. Now food prices are too high. Them eggs is getting your ass. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, I voted for him, but he didn't do. You can't tell me, oh, he used me. He tricked me. He didn't trick you. You thought, he don't like brown people. I don't like brown people. I'm going to vote for that guy. And we was like, don't vote for that guy. He don't like brown people, but he don't like your po ass either. He don't like your middle class ass either. He don't like you. You're not in his tax bracket. He is looking out for people in his tax bracket and above. He don't like you. He gonna try to take over the country. Prices are not gonna go down. Nothing is gonna change. We're in a good position. We're in a good trajectory. He not stopping the wars. He not, all of that stuff he's saying, that's not true. He lying. Oh, he's gonna get rid of the trans, and he's gonna get rid of stop the invasion into our country. Okay. All right. Oh, he tricked me. No, he didn't. Your dumbass didn't listen. We told you. And I'm seeing these Latino people post these videos talking about, where are the black people to stand for us? We did when we didn't vote for that mug. That was us standing for you. Y'all voted for this dude. What, 60 or so percent of y'all voted for him? You mad at me because you voted to have your cousin deported? I voted to have your cousin stay here. Pick some strawberries. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with your cousin picking strawberries. I was cool with your cousin cooking Myosha's dinner. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with your cousin making sure that the sheets was tucked under just fine. I was cool with your cousin putting the roof on. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with all of that. You said, 60% of y'all said, put them out. And now you're talking about, where are black people to stand with us? We always stand with you. Hold on, time out. Since when? Since when? I've been to a lot of marches and whatnot, people marching for black people's rights and all of that kind of stuff. I've been to a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of them on TV, and I don't typically see no whole lot of Latinos there. Like, no justice, no peace, arriba. That's not a chant that I typically hear. Where was y'all? Well, y'all always stood for us. Hell, even the 40% of y'all that voted against him, where was y'all? But now it's our responsibility to keep your cousin in the country, even though you voted to have him kicked out. When I see those videos, I get mad. And the ones that get me is the ones like, oh, I don't need to hear I told you so. Yeah, you do. You need to hear it. You know why you need to hear it? Because we told you so. We told your country ass they was going to mess up your finances and take your farm. We told you that he didn't care about you. We told you that Joe Biden might not be perfect, but he was trying to make a way so that you could survive. Maybe not thrive, but at least survive. We told you. You signed up for it. I got a contract with the government. You got that contract because of the Infrastructure Reduction Act. I checked to make sure that the money was there. Okay, that's fine. But then you voted for the dude who said, I'm taking that money away. The government, don't do business with the government. No, nigga, don't do business with Donald Trump. He don't honor contracts. We told y'all all of this. We told y'all. You just signed a deal, a contract with the government to give you money to keep your farm. And you voted for the dude that said, I'm taking all that money and not giving it to people. And now you looking goofy like, what happened to the money? Nigga, you voted for the dude that took it away. But now, the government is not fair. The government is not this. Nigga, say his name, Donald Trump. It ain't the government. It's Donald Trump. The government this, the government that. Donald Trump. You voted for Donald Trump. His people, they're the government now. Don't try to make it this, kind of far out, spooky boogeyman. No, it ain't a far out spooky boogeyman. It's that orange nigga that told you he was gonna take the money. He told you. I didn't know this was gonna happen. You're supposed to be smart. You signed the contract. What reasonable person does that? Tell me you go to a job and you sign a contract, but then you get an opportunity to hire the next CEO, and the people who are vying for CEO, one of them say, I'm terminating all y'all contracts. Like, I'm gonna vote for that guy. Then when you vote for him and he becomes the CEO and he terminates your contract, what happened? See, this company's no good. You put the CEO in that told you he was going to terminate your contract. Now you jobless and mad at the company. Be mad at you. We told you. You ain't got to admit it, Eugene. You ain't got to admit it. And it ain't knocked on your door yet. I could have knocked on this, but I wanted to do it this way. It ain't knocked on your door yet, maybe. Some of y'all think y'all well off, and it ain't gonna affect y'all. I'm gonna do what I do anyway. Ain't none of this stuff gonna affect me. Maybe. But if it's affecting you now, you want to admit that it's affecting you now. Remember, prices was so bad on everything. Prices was so bad. Oh, the prices are so bad. Oh, this is horrible. Look how high the prices are. Look how high the prices are. Chicken is super high. Eggs are super high. And the Biden administration, the eggs is high. The chicken is high. The gas is high. Everything is too high. Oh, it's so high. Why is everything so high? Trump comes in, the price goes up. I don't see nothing wrong with the prices. This is to be expected. Huh? What? It's to be expected. Now it's to be expected. Remember before, prices were so high that it was basically an income reduction. He didn't take no money out of my pocket, but the prices are so high that I'm bringing home less money. It's an income reduction. Okay, prices are higher. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, what do you expect? We expect that the nigga who say, I'm bringing prices down day one, gonna bring prices down day one. Okay, we didn't actually expect that because we knew that wasn't gonna happen. We told y'all that wasn't gonna happen. We told y'all prices gonna go up if he get elected. No, they not. Watch him bring them down. He told y'all once he got elected, I can't bring prices down. But he knew that before he got elected. He just had y'all doing his bidding. I don't understand. If high prices was bad when they were at the levels that they were under Biden, when Trump took over and they went up, ain't that worse? Ain't that worse? Well, but Trump ain't responsible. He only been in office for so long, so it's still Biden's fault. Trump ain't responsible. So then you saying Trump is a liar. Then say it. Say, okay, Trump is a liar. Because Trump said when he was running, he was going to get him down right away. So say it. Trump is a liar. There wasn't nothing he could do to get him down. He just lied to us. But we knew he was lying, so it don't count. But say it. Say it. Say it out loud. You don't want to say Trump is wrong. That's bad talk. Trump is wrong. That's bad talk. Nah, that's sensible talk. He a liar. And now they run around talking about, well, but they found $55 billion in excesses. Hold on, you believe this from the same dude who told you that he was going to stop the Ukraine war in one day, 24 hours? You believe it from the same dude who stood there and told you, yeah, some of these times I'm going to give you false information. Yes, Elon Musk told the press in public, he was asked, like, you've been given false information, why are we to believe you? And his response was, hey, look, sometimes I'm going to get false information. You can't bat 1,000. Yes, you can. You really can. Here's how you bat 1,000. It's easy. Get information. Make sure that the information is the correct information. And then, and only then, share that information. If you get some information that you know is not correct information, don't share that information. And one of the easiest ways is if you just make something up, don't tell everybody that it's factual information. See, that's really simple. It's really simple. For real, dog, this stuff is not difficult. Yeah, that's right. Vance did say it. I forgot Vance said it too. Vance said it too. But I think I heard Vance say it basically in the run up to the election. I heard Musk say it in the Oval Office. After the election. After giving out bad information that everybody then called him on. And instead of, I mean, I guess he did the right thing. He said, hey, I lied. Okay, so what? I'm going to lie some more. So you talking about, oh, well, they done found $55 billion in cuts. Where'd you get that information from? The same people who told you that they will lie to you? The people who said, I will lie to you, told you something, and you believe them because they said it. It's wild. It is wild. And I'm sorry, but the Democrats ain't doing no better. They're not. I heard, what is his name? Hakeem Jeffries. Talking about we don't swing at, we're not going to, there's people like, man, y'all need to speak up. Y'all need to say something. Well, we're not going to be run in circles and we're not going to swing at every pitch. Bro, it's enough of y'all to swing at every pitch. It's enough of y'all to call everything out. It's enough of y'all to stand up, jump on the table, and say, this dude is lying, this dude is lying, this dude is lying. Shout it from the mountaintops. And don't just say it, give us the example. Now, like a few people said Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett is out there. She is out there. But it's so few, like They should be out there. This is time, like, for example, Greg Landsman. Greg Landsman should be holding town halls like 2 or 3 a week. All over the place with example after example of how this dude is lying. They should be putting people in place to run against Republicans now. Don't wait until it's time. Now. And guess where they should be? At Greg Landsman's town hall meetings that happen 3 times a week. In this area. And then some up north and some in the rural areas. Y'all should be going to these people who about to lose their farms, giving them literature, have your potential candidate holding town hall meetings in these rural areas to let them know this is why you about to lose your farm. I know it'll fall on deaf ears right now. But you got to be out there, be out there, be out there. They gonna hate you. So what? So what? When they look up and they done had to sell Bessie and all her friends, cows. When they done had to sell all their cows and they still ain't got the money to keep the farm, then they gonna be looking at that like, hold on. Wasn't it one of them Democrats came told us what was going on? What was that Democrat name? It's not gonna be good for most people. But man, sometimes you gotta take advantage of the opportunity. He's given the Democrats an opportunity. The House and the Senate should flip. That should be easy work. But I don't see them out there now. I don't know. I'm looking at this and I keep seeing all of these videos of all of these people. Yeah, I know y'all familiar with the term the lepers eating your face and all of that kind of stuff. But I keep seeing all of these videos, about people crying and whining about what's happening with Trump and I'm not MAGA anymore and blah, blah, blah. And that's easy to say because technically Trump is term limited. So you don't have to claim MAGA no more. But again, you won't say his name. Stop letting people say the government this and the government that. Make them put a name on it. If you're having a conversation with them and they telling you what the government ain't doing, make them put a name on it. Ask them who ain't doing what? Oh, the government is not honoring its contract. Under whose order? Well, the government. No, whose order was that? I'm sorry, you losing your job? Who's ordering you to lose your job? Don't even let them say Elon Musk. Who appointed Elon Musk and gave him the authority to take your job? Who was that? Make them say his name. I think that there at some point there becomes a reality when you have to say the words, Donald Trump appointed the guy who fired me. Donald Trump signed the executive order that caused me to lose my farm. Donald Trump signed the executive order that had my cousin deported. And then ask her, what you going to do about it? Y'all know I like to ask that question. So what you going to do about it? I don't even watch any videos people talking about buyer's remorse when it comes to the felon. That dude don't hide, disguise, or fool anyone. He told you exactly what he was going to do. It's too late for buyer's remorse. Well, see, I get that. And I don't feel sorry for him. But I look at it as an opportunity. Because in 2 years, there are going to be midterm elections. That's your opportunity to take back the House and the Senate. Now, of course, here becomes the danger of that, even though I'm willing to deal with that danger for now. But we keep getting in this vicious cycle. It's difficult. But it's the same reason that I was willing to vote for Kamala Harris. Because she wasn't Trump. And she might not have been our savior. But like, I'm a humanitarian at heart. You know what I'm saying? I want people to do well. I don't want to see people hurt. And I knew what Donald Trump was bringing to the table. Like Mr. T said, pain. I knew that's what he was bringing to the table. It's okay. I'm willing to vote for Kamala to spare a lot of people pain. Well, what's she gonna do for you? Probably nothing. Probably nothing. But she's gonna spare a lot of people pain. There's a really good chance that she's gonna continue a lot of the Biden policies that are keeping the inflation down. What do you mean keeping inflation down? We don't have to keep saying this. You can look at the rest of the world, see what their inflation is, and see what our inflation is. You can see we was doing better than the overwhelming majority of the world. Twin, you just say stuff. Twin say, you Democrat done. Chicago 15%, last year 37%, that needle moving. You're just saying stuff. What does that even mean? That doesn't mean anything. You just, here, I'll see your Democrats, Chicago 15%, last year 37%, that needle moving. I'll see that, and I'll raise you. Republicans, 2% last year, 82%, that needle moving. We can both just throw out numbers, just willy-nilly, just throw out numbers with no context that legitimately mean that, because you didn't even say anything there. Democrats, Chicago, 15%. What does that mean? Nothing. It literally meant nothing. Like, it wasn't a complete sentence. Nothing. So I don't even understand what you were saying, but if we just gonna say numbers, just for the sake of saying numbers, I'm going with 8 to 82. And I'm gonna assume that mean whatever I think it means, so I one-upped you. But I'm not saying that the Democrats are bad. But look, when it affects you, then we'll see how you feel. Ron.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
So we're not gonna go say nothing for the sake of saying numbers for nothing.
Okay.
So Donald Trump has.
Hold on, Ron, hold on, before you start. Cause I can feel your energy. Like you want to get it out and you already hostile. Don't be hostile, bro. Just talk to me. Just talk to me.
I ain't hostile. Okay. I ain't hostile.
Okay.
But I'm going to just give you some numbers. Because, see, Donald Trump has a 53% approval rating right now.
Okay.
Now.
But hold on, before you take, in your mind, what does that mean?
The majority of Americans,
right,
elected Donald Trump. The majority of Americans elected Donald Trump.
Okay.
And we have less than 500 encounters on the border, on the southern borders, since he's been elected.
Where'd you get that information? Where'd you get that information?
Since he took over.
Where did you get that information?
It's there. And
where?
You got to look it up for yourself.
It's where? Where did you get it?
You got to look it up for yourself.
No, here's what's important. I'm not asking you where you. I'm not asking you where you got it for. Hold on, Ron. Are we gonna have a conversation? Ron, are we gonna have a? Are we gonna have a conversation? I don't want to be over talking each other.
Look it up.
Are we gonna have a conversation?
Look it up for yourself.
Are we gonna have a conversation?
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, I'm not gonna allow you to interrogate me. I'm not here for your interrogation.
Well, I'm going to ask you questions, and if you've already made up your mind, if you've already made up your mind that you're not going to answer any questions, if you've already made your mind up that you're not going to answer any questions about information, then what's the point in having a conversation? If
I answer those questions, see, you're not going to answer mine.
Ron, I always answer your questions. Every time you ask me a question, I answer it. Every single time.
Because,
yes.
You don't.
Every single time.
You don't. Hey, you don't.
Then let's try it. Let's try it.
Hey, listen.
Let's try it.
Hey, listen. Fox. Hey, listen. Fox News. Now, can we keep it going?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Come on, relax a minute. Come on, I want to have a conversation.
Okay.
I don't want to have an argument.
Okay.
I don't want to have to wrestle with all that kind of stuff.
Come on, Emmanuel.
All right.
Come on. What is it?
So, in essence, the guy who's already said that he will lie to us gave Fox some information, and you trust it?
That's unintelligent.
I agree. It was unintelligent for them to tell us that we lie. I agree. That's unintelligent.
No, but see, you trying to.
Am I lying? Did Elon Musk say that?
But like I said.
Hold on. If I'm lying, I'll retract what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Trump has an approval rating.
Wait, but am I lying that Elon Musk admitted that he don't always tell people the truth? Am I lying when I say that?
Fucker, he didn't say that shit. He said we will make mistakes. Motherfucker, bye, nigga.
Don't be mad at me because I told the truth. Don't be mad at me because I told the truth. He admitted to giving out false information, said it's going to happen again. You tell me what that is. Don't be mad at me because but when he came in not really wanting to have a conversation, I'm willing to have a conversation. I learned something from Ron. I want to say it was the last time he called the show. I thought one thing. We had a conversation. He posted some information, and I realized Ron was right. I was wrong. I even went online. The next show, I said Ron had good information and I had bad information. Now, do y'all remember that? I'm open to listen. I'm open to learn. But it's hard to do that if you can't have a conversation. If you're just going to throw out information and then I say, where'd you get that information? And you don't want to tell me where you got the information. It's kind of important sometimes. Did you get the information from a person who says, I lie. That's kind of important. That's kind of important. And okay, I wouldn't care if he had a 82% approval rating. How much are eggs? Remember how important that was in the run up to the election? If it was important then it's important now. But he got an 82% approval rating, so the price of stuff don't matter. Wrong. It do matter. He got an 82% approval rating, so firing nuclear scientists and then they can't hire back ain't that important. Now, that's some important stuff. Approval rating is just people saying, okay, I like the guy. And a lot of them are people who are afraid to talk about the stuff that they talking about online. Them people who losing their farms, they still approve of the job that he doing because they're not blaming him for them losing their farm, even though he's almost solely responsible. But they would still be in that 53% approval rating because they're stupid. They're stupid. Come on, I know this, Ron. You know this. You know there's a whole lot of stupid Americans. I'm sorry, it don't sound good. But we know there's a whole lot of stupid Americans. Now, some of them are just ignorant, which is different than stupid. I'm sure there's some guy out there losing his farm right now. He doesn't realize that the reason he's losing it is because of Trump policies. So he's ignorant. And so he still thinks Trump is doing a great job for me, but the government is taking my farm. The government technically ain't taking his farm, probably a bank or something. But the government has created the situation where he can't do what he had planned on doing to be able to financially afford to keep his farm. But he don't understand that that's the government doing what Trump told him to do. So he's ignorant. He don't know. Look, I was ignorant. Y'all remember when I got fired? And I was like, that damn Trump. And I think it was Wyatt and my sister and a couple other people was like, no, that was a Biden policy that those companies were patterning their policy after. It wasn't a Trump policy. And then I was like, ooh, yeah, when I think about it, that's true. It's because of Biden. I was ignorant. And then I got information. And then I stopped being ignorant. But that's different than being stupid. But you don't get we can't even exchange information. How do you help me? If you got the right information, and I want good information, how do you get me the good information by being mad at me and refusing to have a conversation because I question information? Come on. But really, your main point was approval rating. Oh. That was your main point. Prices ain't going up because his approval rating is 53%. Oh, well, guess you got me there. The war in Ukraine is over because his approval rating is 53%. Oh, I can't argue with that. And then you point out that the man basically said, I lie. I lie. I lied to you before. I'm gonna lie to you some more. And when y'all call me on it, then I'll admit that I lied. Why are you mad at me? I didn't say it. He said it. Be mad at me. Okay, bye. I would love to have the conversation with you. Y'all, I got to get ready to get out of here. I got to get ready to get out of here. Oh, I didn't discuss the Umar Johnson interview. Thank you. Look, I agree with a lot of what Dr. Umar Johnson says, as probably a whole lot of people do. I don't believe Dr. Umar Johnson is actually trying to start no school. I don't. And I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying I don't believe it. I believe Dr. Umar Johnson is saying that he's trying to start a school so he can keep getting money and fund his lifestyle. That's what I believe. But that don't take away from the fact that I agree with a lot of what the brother had to say. But a lot of it is just talk. And I keep hearing people talk about what we need to do. And it don't, look, if you're regular run-of-the-mill average person, if you talking about what we need to do, I get that. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, we all need to come together. Okay. That just to be perfectly clear. When you say, oh, we all need to come together, you really ain't saying shit. Okay? You ain't saying nothing. Everybody can say that. We all need to get along. We all need to stop killing each other. Oh, we need to stop crime. We need to take care of our elderly people. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Well, you can say that, just something to say. We should all take care of our neighbors. Nobody should ever go hungry in our neighborhoods. Nobody should ever want for anything. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can say that. So that I dismiss. When you say that to me, you didn't say anything. You didn't. If you think you deep because you say we all need to just come together as one and fix it, you're not. You're not deep at all. You didn't say anything. But for those of people who are actually saying things that need to happen, but you have the ability, like you are fortunate enough. Some people won't like that. You've worked hard enough. Whatever it is, you are fortunate enough to be in a position to make it happen. But you're lecturing me about the fact that it should happen. But you're not making it happen. You're lecturing me. We need to start a black bank. All right, Dr. Umar, we need to start a black bank. So why don't you take all them resources that you got for that school and all of the influence that you have with all of these well-to-do people, start a national black bank. Or start a black bank and then, I'm going to say franchise it so that it's in all of these neighborhoods where it need to be. My $27.50 in my checking account ain't gonna start no black bank. But if you got hundreds of thousands or hundreds of millions of dollars, stop telling me, bro, you got $27.50. We need to start a black bank. Because if I came to you and said, all right, Doc, let's start a black bank, you'll be like, how much you got? And I'll be like, I got $27.50 on it. And you ain't got nothing. Right. So stop preaching to me about what I need to do when you know that I don't have the resources to do it. Go to the people that you know with the resources to do it and convince them to do it. Stop fussing at the people who don't have the resources to do the stuff that you see that need to be done. we need to start a black grocery store. All right, bro, let's start a black grocery store. Okay, cool. How much you got on it? $27.50. That ain't nothing. Exactly. So why you preaching to me that we need to start a black grocery store? Because you know I don't have the resources to do that. But you know all of the people. You know them. You know LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Well, he ain't no role model. We can't rely on him. Why not? I'm not saying just him. Use all of those wealthy people that you know and that slick silver tongue. Convince them that this is in the best interest of the community and make it happen. What, you want me to get 1 billion of my friends together and we all chip in our $27.50? So we got $27.5 billion to start a bank? That's what you really think? That's what you're preaching to me? Why don't you go find 1 billion other people with $27.50 and then you can start the black bank in your own neighborhood? Right, because I got 1 billion friends. I got 1 billion friends. And we can all chip in our $27.50. That's not reasonable. So stop preaching to me about stuff like that and preach it to the people with the resources that you know, who've been lucky enough, who've been fortunate enough, who've worked hard enough, who've made the connections to be in a position to some significance chip in and make these things happen. But somebody called it the talented 10th. I'm not even 100% sure that that's what the talented 10th means, but that's what I'm calling it for purposes of irony. Pat says LeBron got his school open. Well, no, he didn't. That school was already open. That school was already running. LeBron misled y'all on that. LeBron didn't start no school from scratch. Y'all was misled about that. It's still honorable what he did, but he misled y'all. Because it's a lot of people running around here thinking, LeBron started a school. No, he didn't. But I'm just saying, it just... I hear all of these people talking about these solutions, and like I said, I heard a lot of stuff that he was saying, but come on, bro. I'm not against him. Again, I agree with some of what he was saying. I don't love the idea that if his school ever starts, then he won't hire women with weaves and makeup and lashes and stuff like that. I don't know that I love that. I would say it's a private school that might, violate some laws. But if he can get around it, I love the idea of a whole staff full of black people who love themselves, who love the way that they look in their own natural splendor, don't need like CK enhancements. Like, is he gonna do the same with the dudes? Like, if you got enhancements, you can't work in my school. So when you go to the barbershop and they say you want enhancements and they put that little card and spray them fibers on your hairline, like, you fired. Like, why'd I get fired? Because you got enhancements. Did you dye your hair? You fired. Why I get fired? Just for men. But I guess if he gonna do it across the board, I love the idea of, a school where students are not taught but shown by example that they are beautiful in their natural state. I like that. I don't know if that's the best criteria to be hiring people, but I like the idea of it. I do. I do. It'll be hard. It's going to be hard to find a whole staff that's, rocking that way. My youngster said, I still want to know what enhancements are. Enhancements are anything that you're doing to enhance. When they ask you that at the barbershop, basically what they're asking you, at least when they're asking me, they want to know, what I'm saying, do I want my hair colored? Because, I got gray. No, it should be black. And they'll color my hair so that it's not gray. And cause see, but they put a little card and they take the little air spray gun. They put these little fibers in there. Sometimes it ain't fibers. Sometimes it's just paint. But they put the little fibers in there and my hairline will be straight and crispy. There, if my beard is a little patchy, they fill that in. My line, all that stuff will be crispy. Those are enhancements. Anything basically that's not natural that you get done that enhances the appearance of the haircut. Those are enhancements, in case you was wondering. And yes, men do that all the time. Do fibers make you look like Carlos Boozer? No. But no, not always. No. Usually fibers don't make you look like Carlos Boozer. It look like they painted his head with some shoe polish. No. I've seen that though. I have seen that. I've seen dudes come out and I think they think that they looking hot, but it looked like somebody painted their head. I have seen it. But sometimes they'll do a little whatever and they put some fibers on it. And the fibers really do a good job of kind of looking like hair. I don't know how long it lasts because I've never had it. But I would imagine you can't just wash your head because it would come out. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I think Rudy Giuliani, you know what I'm saying, when this dye was running down his face, in my mind, you know what I'm saying, you don't sweat. A nigga don't sweat. But it might be better than that. But no, back to Dr. Umar Johnson. It was a number of things that he said and that he has said that I agree with him in principle. I mean, even some of the stuff he said, when he be talking about, like he kind of defended single moms. And I'm glad he defended single moms because allegedly, it's been reported, I don't know the man personally, but it's been reported that he has children outside of wedlock. So he's created some single moms. So you kind of got to defend them. You creating them. But, I mean, I don't know. Just for me, it really is more on, like, even when he was talking about, the idea that these, talking about enhancements. My head is itching. I feel like I got fibers. But when he was talking about the young people, if they daddies was in the home and being the correct role models, then they wouldn't need these other role models, and that's all good. And I don't know that people can necessarily disagree with that. I guess you could still disagree with that, because the father being in the home would have to be a good role model, and every man is not a good role model, and all of that kind of stuff. But there's so much that goes into that. There's so much that goes into that. Jerica says, I love how pro-black he is. I do too. I do too. Anthony says, man, you can speak some truth and still be a shyster, and that's very true as well. That's true as well. So, I mean, I don't know. I like the guy, and I don't know him to like him or dislike him. Actually, I got a little bit of a beef with him because he was beefing with the one dude, and I don't remember his name. But remember when he was beefing with the one dude, the shorter dude, lighter skinned brother, and they kind of got into it, and he was doing the show, and he was live streaming, and he was fake on his phone, like, no, I got this handle, don't worry about it, I got this. And then the phone rang while it was up to his ear, and then he had to answer it, and I was like, oh my goodness, this dude. But that dude, I remember him talking about that dude. Yeah, you got muscles, but you'll never be 6'2". And I'm like, wait a minute. This dude is against short people? Because some black people are short. You anti-short people? I'll be remembering stuff like that. It soured me on him a little bit. Yes. It soured me on him a little bit. Because I'm like, so now you heightest. You heightest. I can't support you if you heightest. You know what I'm saying? You against my niche group. But I try to pass it off as just he got beef with him, and so he was attempting to diminish him based on his height, because maybe he knows him enough to know that that's something that he's sensitive about. So it don't necessarily mean he's against short people. He was just using his height. Kind of like when there's a certain somebody who talks about me being short and I talk about them being roly-poly. I'm not against fat people. I'm one of them. But I only bring it up because I know that that person is sensitive about their rotundness. So I'm trying to say maybe that was what it was. Maybe that was what it was. So I try to, I try to just let that be and not a commentary on his view of shorter people. Twin says, yes, you are against fat people. No, I'm not. I'm fat. How is a fat man against fat people? I'm just not sensitive about it. You put me in a room with 5 fat women, I'm going to show love to all fat women, all 5 of them. Now, they probably not going to show me no love because I'm short, but I would show them love because they're people. But if one of them attack me and I know they're sensitive about being fat, then yeah, I'm going to talk about them being fat. And all they can do is look at me and be like, look at you. Who you talking about? I'm going to be like, I don't care. I'm not sensitive about being fat. You are with your fat ass. You know what I'm saying? And then they going to be bent out of shape and I'm not. So I guess technically I'm already bent out of shape. It's the fatness. Oh. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Maybe he's not anti-short. He just knew that he was sensitive about his height. So I'm trying to give him that benefit of the doubt. Trying to give him that benefit of the doubt. I was watching. I'm about to go. I was watching one of them Pop the Balloon knockoff shows. Because I do still watch the Pop the Balloon shows. And I was watching a Pop the Balloon knockoff show. Actually, I think last night for a few minutes, I watched a Pop the Balloon show. And I saw somebody that looked like somebody. And how can I help you?
What's up, E-Man?
You were already on.
You said what now?
You was already on.
You believe in second chances, don't you?
All right, real quick, what you got?
Stop. You do be shaming fat people, man. See how I just caught you in your lie?
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. You put you in a you down people too.
I never said I didn't. So how is it a lie if I didn't say it?
But you say you don't.
No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I was really specific about the fact that I will.
That's why your uncle don't like you. And
I was really specific about the fact that I will if you attack me and you're sensitive about that.
Nobody attack you though.
Yes, I was attacked.
No, you wasn't.
Of course I was.
You want to play that man game.
No. If hold on, twin. If you call me short, and so I call you fat.
I understand that. Man, you already described. I already understand. Man, I gotta keep this thing going, man.
You
but
really
you just
don't.
pissed me off when you bring up Trump, man. I gotta keep it going. You already explained yourself months ago.
So now you're just upset about Trump. Look,
because
here's what I'm gonna tell you.
With that,
twin,
man.
Here's all I'm gonna tell you.
We can't have a good conversation.
Twin,
you start talking that Trump.
Here's all I'm gonna tell you, twin. And I want you to hear this for real.
I hear you, man.
They have floated the idea of deporting people American citizens in prison for violent crimes. I believe.
But you already in prison. You already in prison and stuff, and they go deport you.
Yes.
Still?
Yes, they floated that idea with El Salvador. So I don't want to hear you complain if you have a loved one in prison and they get deported to El Salvador. I don't want to hear you complain about it. Just know that's what you voted for.
I'm talking about you, even though you're a born citizen.
Yes.
That's almost like what is that, Guantanamo Bay or something?
No, it's El Salvador.
Mm.
They gonna send their ass to El Salvador.
You got to be a violent criminal, probably somebody on death row.
No. Stop trying to make excuses. That is not the idea that was floated.
So you saying they gonna send somebody with 3 years on the shelf to El Salvador?
If you are convicted of a violent crime and you are in prison, they're floating the idea of deporting you to El Salvador, even if you are a natural-born American citizen.
I understand. I heard that too. But let me tell you this, man. Let me tell you, man. They only go do the ones with violent crime, and your crime rate. It's got to be 20 or better.
No, they didn't put a number on it. They said violent crime. You've been convicted of a violent crime. They did not put a number on it. All I'm saying is if it happens to one of your relatives or loved ones, know that you voted for it.
20 or better, man. Ain't gonna be nobody. It's a waste of money.
No, you just made that up.
Emanuel. A guy with 3 years, they ain't gonna send nobody with 3 years.
Okay, believe
they
that.
Gonna send somebody.
Believe that then. And when it
That's a waste,
happens,
man.
and when it
Emanuel,
happens,
that's a
just
waste.
know that you
Think of-
voted for it.
Come on, man. Let's be real, man.
I
Come
am
on,
being
let's be
real. That's you saying the same thing that the farm people is saying.
Amen.
Why would they kick
Amen.
us out of our farms? We provide
Amen.
such
Don't
a
hype the
service to the
crowd.
country.
Don't-
Why would they do this? Why would they do that? Because
Amen.
they
Don't hype the
can.
crowd.
They
Don't
don't
hype the
care
crowd, man.
about your black ass. They don't care about your black ass. They
3
don't
years.
care about your black ass.
So you got 30 days. They still gonna send you over there?
They don't care about your black ass, man.
You hyping this crowd up, boy. You sell more tickets than
Oh,
what they
my
gonna
God.
sell at the bank.
All right. Well, when it happened, don't say that you didn't vote for it, cause you did.
Man, you see, hey, Platt, you see what they did. Real talk though. You see in Chicago though, 145,000 immigrants, right?
What
In
are you talking
Illinois,
about?
not Chicago.
You
I'm
worried
about
about
to flip the
immigrants?
strip. Huh?
You still worried about the immigrants?
No, I'm just saying. Did you see it on the news?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, 145,000 immigrants who is business owners
Okay.
across Illinois.
All right.
Man, they about to they about to deport them, man.
And you think they
And
won't
dude-
deport your violent ass on 3 years left on your sentence or 3 months left
No.
on your sentence?
No,
They
They going
don't.
after 20.
They don't
No,
care.
they going 20 or better,
about
man.
your
They ain't gonna
black
shoot.
ass.
I'm trying to
They
tell
don't,
you.
They don't
man.
care about your black ass, bro.
It's a waste. What you
They
sitting here for?
don't.
Give
They
somebody
don't.
else. They
To
gonna
get you
recruit.
out of here. They don't care about your black ass.
I'm trying to tell you how the system. If you just look, you don't know how the system works.
You don't know how
Man,
the
they-
system works. They
man, they
gonna
don't-
deport your black ass. They don't
I'm gonna show.
care
Hey, listen.
about
I'm
your
about to show
black
you-
ass.
Hey, can you just listen for a minute? Just listen for a minute or two.
You
I'm gonna
saying
tell you.
nonsense.
Hey, man, you got 3 years in Illinois. I'm about to show you how it is, because Ohio don't do this. You got 3 years in Illinois. They sent to you Emanuel, fake ass king of talks, Livingston to Illinois.
All right.
You got 3 years.
Uh-huh.
You cut it in half.
All right.
You cut it in half.
Okay.
You get 6 months of good time.
All right.
Take that off, you got a year.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Only thing you got to do, keep doing schooling, which is every 3 months.
No. Let me.
You'll be out in.
Okay.
For 3 years, you'll be out in 9 months.
Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let me ask you this.
Hold on. Just listen.
You already
If you gotta
told me. I
One more
heard
thing.
you. Let me
One more
ask
thing,
you a
Claire.
question.
Now you acting like your uncle, man.
Do you believe,
ridic-
twin? How much do you think a flight is to El Salvador?
Where is El Salvador? Mexico?
Okay, let's call it Mexico. It's not, but let's call it Mexico. How much is a flight to Mexico?
Where is El Salvador at? About Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico. How much is a
Oh, no,
flight
the-
to Mexico?
One way, I'll say about a good, the way it is now, I say about a good $550.
Do you think over even 9 months it's gonna cost the government more than $550 to take care of you for 9 months?
It's you getting concentrated inmate is what? Average what? Probably about 60,000. One inmate.
So then $550 is cheaper than $60,000, right?
That's in any local is what? 35,000, 50,000,
Okay, but
right?
$550 is cheaper than $60,000, right?
I'm talking about incarceration. That's
Right.
but
I'm asking
a ticket
you.
is a ticket.
So I'm asking you, which is cheaper, $550 or $35,000? Which is cheaper?
What did it take them to shoot them immigrants all the way
I'm
back to
asking. It's a
Mexico?
simple math question. Which is greater, 60,000 or 550?
You know 60,000 is.
That's right. That's why it is cheaper for them to deport your black ass.
You're not even making no sense, man.
Okay. Hey,
You're
I
not
appreciate
even
your
making
second
no
call.
sense at all.
I appreciate your
Because
second
you ain't
call.
making no sense,
All
man.
right. All right. I don't know why people think that they floated this idea for nothing. They didn't float that idea for nothing. They didn't float that idea for nothing. They floated that idea because they wanted to see the public's response to it. Oh, yeah, we had meetings with the president of El Salvador, and he said that they're willing to take our people who we deport, including people in our prisons who are convicted of violent felonies. And then they would listen. Hold on. What's the response? And I didn't hear a whole lot of response. People wasn't fired up like, oh my God, that's so unconstitutional. How dare they? People was like, that's interesting. They didn't float that idea for nothing. So when they deport one of your loved ones who got 9 months left on his sentence, and he in El Salvador and you think he in Mexico, then what? Jerica?
Can I borrow $550 to fly to Mexico, a.k.a. El Salvador?
It's Mexico. It's the same.
It's the same thing. El Salvador, Mexico, same place. I was like, where are they selling these $550 plane tickets at, though? I don't know if those are like Frontier prices, Greyhound bus prices. I have no idea. I was like, what? For one, why did he call back in?
I don't know. He didn't get opportunity to really talk about Trump, so he wanted to get his Trump piece in.
Okay, maybe that's why. Because I was like, is he that thirsty to where he feels like I need to talk to Emanuel again, but he really doesn't like you? So, that's weird. That is so weird. I was like, I wonder if he has friends, because I can't see myself. Now, I do listen like all day, but I can't see myself just constantly calling in to various platforms like throughout the entire day. It's like a job. It sounds like a job you actually be paying him probably.
Now, I could see it.
For entertainment purposes.
I could see it. I used to do it. I used to listen to 700 and call multiple shows a day. Not every day, but you know what I'm saying? It would be, some days where I was just listening and I really wasn't doing nothing. Or even I might be with friends and we would be listening and they'd be like, call him and get his ass, E. And I'd be like, all right, let me get him. So I could see it.
Yeah, that's different. Did you hear the difference between you and Twin? You said you weren't doing anything. You said friends. You said not every day. That is complete opposite. He's at work. He's by himself sometimes in the car, sometimes walking. I don't know. I hear outside noises. And he's not doing anything. And he calls every single day. Every day. And crashes out completely.
A hobby. It's a hobby of his. You can't beat
it. It is.
That.
Maybe
you
so.
Can't beat that.
Maybe for attention. Maybe just for attention. I don't know. But, going to Dr. Umar, I really like Dr. Umar. Now, one thing that I don't like is that he has pushed the school for so long and got a lot of donations, but there's still no school. So I was like a ride hard for Dr. Umar supporter. I kind of still am, but that kind of threw me, and it caused me like not to trust him a little bit. Someone said, you can be foul and still be the truth.
Yeah, because there's a really good chance that we know that school is not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do like the fact that he doesn't rock with the snow bunnies.
Yeah, and
Have you ever been with the snow bunny?
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't think so. No.
You would know.
What? No, I had to think about it because it was a girl when I worked at Biggs who was always trying to push up on me. And I entertained it for a minute, but I couldn't bring myself to cross from the mental threshold to the physical threshold. And so when people say that, I'm like, mentally, I've never been physically intimate with a Caucasian woman. But I did think about it once.
Have you ever had one over to your house for dinner?
Yeah. I got Caucasian women in my family.
No, I'm not talking about your family. I'm talking about like non-related white women to your home. Like, have you? Okay.
You're asking, has their friends?
Have you dated one?
No.
I didn't necessarily mean have you slept with one. I mean, I was really just talking about have you ever dated one.
I've never dated a white woman. Never dated a white woman.
Why is that, you think?
I like sisters. I like sisters. It's something about sisters. I like sisters.
Okay.
That's it. It's not a I'm not anti black men dating white women or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just personally I like sisters. So
well, that's good. Yeah, I just wanted to know that because I think on another platform they were speaking about how wrong that is to like discriminate when it comes to love because love is just love. But we all have our preferences and
yes,
there's nothing wrong with having preferences.
It would have to be because again, like I said, I mentally toyed with the idea of entertaining that young lady. And she was a very nice young lady. I couldn't see this. I don't like to talk about.
Is she the one that's never met black people before?
No, not her. But I kind of don't like to talk about it because I sound like some of the racist people, even though I'm not saying it in that way. I could understand how somebody listening, it could sound that way, right?
But why? See, and that's the thing that I don't understand. If I have a preference and I only want to date tall guys, it doesn't mean that I, am anti-short. It's just my preference.
No,
and I can have a
it kind of means you anti-short.
No, it's not.
Yeah, if you're like...
I have short friends.
No. But if you're
that did sound a little racist, didn't it?
Yeah, but you're like, my preference is tall guys, and I would never even consider the thought of the possibility of maybe looking at a short guy as if I was going to date him, then yeah, you're anti-short.
Well, you really went really far with that because I didn't say all of that. You filled in the blanks on that one.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if I...
Because I mean, I only want to be serious with a tall guy.
Huh?
I can entertain you shorties. Like, I may say I only want to be serious and in a relationship with tall men. And at the same time, I can still, like, date and entertain and let a short one, like, take me to dinner or something like that.
Yeah, that's highest.
But it's my preference.
That is highest. You're going to use a short dude for his money and some food, but...
Right.
But you would never take him serious. That is 100% highest.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's my preference, and I'm entitled to my preference. That's why I don't understand why if a black man's like, you know what, I only date black women, would be seen as, oh, my God, that's a racist. Of course, we all know black people can't be racist, or you're discriminating or you're being prejudiced. No, it's just my preference. Like, okay. I don't like dating fat dudes. Like, I would never date a fat guy. But,
Okay.
That doesn't mean I don't like fat people.
Again, it doesn't mean you don't like them, but it's definitely, if you would never give a shorter dude a serious shot, that's highest. It is.
Well, but the thing is, no, it's not.
Now,
it's
look, see, here's what I say. If you say it to me, I would never give a short dude a serious shot, so I definitely wouldn't play with his emotions or, take his money, use him for dinner and all of that kind of stuff. I wouldn't misuse him because of his height. Then maybe you're not. You just got a preference. But if you like, I'll let him buy me dinner. I'll let him buy me some gifts. I'll let him do that. You're highest.
I don't sound like that. But, yes, I mean, I would do the latter. But it doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with that.
It is.
No, it's not. Someone must have hurt you. Did someone do that to you?
I wouldn't say, I would never seriously entertain a white woman, but I let that bitch buy me some gifts. You know what I'm saying? I let her, you know what I'm saying? I let her, buy me a car. You know what I'm saying? I let her. You like, bro, if she ain't your preference, just leave her alone. If you know you wasting her time, don't waste her time. So yeah,
they know what lane they're in. That's why that's why you should be transparent with people so that you don't run into issues or situations like that. So, if he feels that he can try to convince me to date him or be serious with him, then I will, grant him that and let him try. By flying me out to places like El Salvador for $550 to Mexico.
That is horrible. That is horrible.
It is. You know what? And I put in the comments, that I wanted you to ask Twin, and I'm not going to talk about Twin too much anymore because he enjoys when his name is said. But I wanted you to ask him how he felt the day that I called into Wyatt's show and asked him, or made a comment about him voting for Trump, and then Wyatt said, if he's being honest, that he didn't vote for Trump. I wanted to know how Twin felt, if Twin is really being honest, that he really voted for Trump. But I wanted to know how he felt hearing that Wyatt didn't vote for Trump. I mean, he may not have felt any kind of way, but I really wanted you to ask him that to see if, like, that hurt him, if he felt a tingle or anything like that.
I'll ask him the next time I talk to him because I know he really respects Wyatt's decisions and positions and thoughts and all of that kind of stuff. So
he does. He really does.
I'll ask him that. And there's nothing
like
wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that as a knock. There are people who I respect as well, and maybe not to the degree that he respects Wyatt's thoughts and opinions. Because I've heard him say one thing and then Wyatt say something different, and his opinion switches instantly. And nothing wrong with that.
Does.
Wyatt's a very influential guy.
He doesn't get influenced. Didn't he tell you that yesterday?
But we know that he does. So
I know that. I mean, I don't even understand. I don't think he understood the definition. But yeah, I mean, he does. He very much respects Wyatt, as do I in some respects. So I mean, yeah, I just wanted to know how he felt about that because he does hold him in such high regard, and I believe maybe one of the only reasons why Twin did vote with Trump or vote for Trump, if he truly did do that, because we know he can lie. If he really did do that, that it may have been a little disappointing to hear that, you know, that Wyatt didn't, and he sees him in such, you know, holds him in such high regard, and, you know, again, like a father. So just wanted to know how he felt about that.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do for the rest of the evening? Are you going to go to the Woodlawn?
Well, no,
event?
it's already after 6. So no,
I'm
I'm
yeah,
not.
you probably won't be able to get in.
Yeah, I'm not going up there. Plus, Shahara is already over there fangirling all over the place, and she said that the parking lot is full. So, you know.
Oh wow.
Shahara, I'm just teasing you. I don't
Lincoln.
actually think you fangirling. Well, you probably. Well, I'm just teasing you.
She might be.
Even though it might be true, but I'm still teasing you.
Oh Lord. What if you would have ran into Lincoln? That would have been something, huh? You think he's there?
Well, he said he wasn't going.
Oh yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he said he had a different event.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why you were going to go, because he wasn't going. What if he would have gone? Would you have gone?
Hear me when I tell you.
Specifically to see him?
Hear me when I tell you this.
I'm listening.
I'm not anti-Lincoln. And I sure as hell ain't scared of Lincoln. So
Are you sure?
100%, 112%, 100.
Because did he say he was going to slap fire out of you?
176%, however old he is. I'm that sure that I'm not afraid of him. Plus, you know, he wouldn't slap fire at me, and even if he did,
you would let him.
I don't know if I would let him. I would probably just pepper spray him or something like that.
You would fight an old person? That is so abusive. Elder abuse.
What's elder abuse?
You would fight an old person?
No, I said I wouldn't fight him. I would just pepper spray him or something.
But you would pepper spray him?
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Oh, okay.
I can't be getting my ass beat by no 82-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, but I don't want to. That's a no-win situation. It's a no-win situation. An 82-year-old dude come up and sock you. It's best to just leave that 82-year-old alone, because if you beat his ass, you wrong for beating an 82-year-old's ass. And if he beat your ass, you a bitch. You just got your ass beat by an 82-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the best move, just pepper spray his ass and go on about your business.
So it's fair to say that you're not going to be at the Buzz Extravaganza?
I don't think I'm allowed.
Oh, you're not allowed to go? How are you not allowed to go somewhere? Is it Cove?
I mean,
right?
if you rent a place for your event, you have some say over who can come in.
Oh yeah, because you know Tamiko last year she was accepting the tickets, so she probably wouldn't even let you in.
Well,
your band.
I don't think they would have let me in. I'm not worried about her not letting me in.
Oh. No. You're a mess. All right, sir. I didn't want anything, really. I just didn't want to end on the note with Twin and his double back call. Why did you answer? You just wanted to hear what he had to say?
I'll give him an opportunity. I didn't want to keep it. I wanted to keep him short. Plus I don't have a hold button here. If I had a hold button, I'd just put him on hold and wait till the show was over. But otherwise, it would have just kept calling. It would have kept ringing, kind of annoying the show. So go ahead, let him get it in and, keep him short.
Got it. All right. Well, I will talk to you soon.
All right, with your highest ass.
Bye.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Jerica's highest. Oh, yeah, I know I like Jerica. I like Jerica. I mean, I know Jerica personally, and I like Jerica. She's funny. She always makes me laugh. So, yeah, I like Jerica. No, Twin, we're not doing a third call. I'm sorry. We are not doing a third call. No, it's not happening. No, it's not happening. See, that's why. But it's not happening. I appreciate y'all. Hold on, let me do this. Settings, ringtone. And send that there. All right. It might ring again. I'm not sure. I want everybody to enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a wonderful evening. Do whatever it is you do. Don't hurt nobody. And say get yourself a hold button. I don't have a hold button. That equipment costs a lot of money. Enjoy yourselves. If you're gonna get out there and enjoy the event, get out and enjoy the event. As always, before I leave, when you're out and about, staying home, stay warm, and be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.